Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Angela Cudger, licensed metaphysician and healer. And today we're having another conscious conversation. So in this series, we're going to be talking about the sacral chakra. And if you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. We welcome you in here with open arms. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for all of your likes, shares, and your subscribes and your comments. We always want to hear from the conscious tribe in our comments. So if you have information that you can share that will help someone else, we love the exchange of energy here. So in this series, we're going to be covering the 7 main chakras, in addition to the mouth of God, Earth Star, and Soul Star chakras, and giving you explanations and information about those chakras as well. When we have a well-balanced chakra system, the rest of our physical body systems can actually operate from a space of harmony as well. And the sacral chakra is no different. Now, this one is probably a lot of people's favorite chakra. We're going to talk a little bit about what the sacral chakra is, what imbalances look like, and how to heal it as well. So be sure to hit that thumbs up, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and put something in the comments letting YouTube know that y'all like this kind of information. So sacral chakra. In Sanskrit, it is also called Svadhisthana, right? And so that's kind of a tongue twister, Svadhisthana, right? And when we're talking about the sacral chakra, it is a bright orange 6-petal lotus, if you will. And so when we think about this chakra, we're talking about a bright, brilliant, beautiful orange in color. When we're looking at this chakra, we're looking at a 6-petal lotus, or its representation is a 6-petal lotus. Now, the sacral chakra has everything to do with creativity. It governs our sexuality. It governs sexual pleasure. It governs all things reproductive, all things creativity, all things having to do with birth, whether that is the birthing of children or the birthing of massive creative ideas as well. And so remember that chakras reside in the bodies of everyone, and they are already deeply connected to many of our bodily systems, specifically our glandular system as well. And so at Legacy, which I'm the founder of Legacy Holistic Health Institute, which is a health coach training institution, we blend these chakra systems and information about these chakra systems into the information about the body systems that we teach here as well. Now, if you're completely new to chakras, in the comments below, I'm in the top comment, I'm going to pin a link for you to get access to what we like to call Chakra Balance Blitz, or CBB. CBB will walk you through several different types of ways to heal and balance your chakras, in addition to EFT, or emotional freedom technique, as well. So back to the sacral chakra. It is our center of emotions. It is our center of pleasure. It is our center that governs everything that has to do with creativity. So what does it look like when Svadhisthana is in balance? Well, when the sacral chakra is in balance, we have issues with the reproductive system. It may manifest as lower back pain. It may manifest as lower bowel issues as well in the physical body. But when it comes to our emotions and other things that govern who we are, not just how we feel physically, we're talking about people that are highly erratic and they're emotionally off balance. They can't seem to find their ability to be creative. These are people who find it very challenging to immerse themselves in bliss. They find it very challenging to embrace and seek out or be a part of very creative things like the arts, music, things like that. They also find it challenging to just let themselves experience pleasure, let themselves experience the laughter and the love and the pleasure and the beauty that is life. You know, one of the things that I realized, and maybe I'll do a video about this another time, about my ayahuasca experience. I spent 17 days in the Amazon of Iquitos, Peru, pre-quarantine. And we actually, during our ceremonies, one of the things that came up for me was feeling. And it was a result of my sacral chakra being so out of balance that I didn't even know it. I thought because I was functioning from my higher chakras for many years that the lower chakras were already balanced. And that's really not the case. Most of us as human beings, because many of us live here on the planet and we're learning how to be more intuitive, more in tune, we naturally live in the higher chakras. And you hear me talk about that when we talk about the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, mouth of God, soul star, earth star, these higher chakra systems. We naturally live in these higher chakras that sometimes we forget about the root, sacral, and solar plexus and some of the more lower level, dense type of chakras. And so those can go imbalance. And these up top have done so much work at trying to balance us that we forget that we need to actually take time to balance these lower chakras. And that was the case for me in Iquitos, Peru. And so one of the things that I realized, the medicine, Mama Aya, she literally came to me and said, I'm like, well, give me answers to this. I want answers to that. I need this. I need that. And it was like Mama Aya just stopped. And she said, oh, no, I know what the issue is. You haven't been feeling, right? And so basically what she was saying to me during my journey with the medicine was, you have to feel this lifetime, right? And our sacral chakra, it is governed by the element of water. So it is about flow, emotions, up, down, right? Bliss, pleasure, heartache, pain, anger, fear, all of these different types of emotions that the human being can so lovingly experience while we're here on earth. That is exactly what the sacral chakra is. That is exactly why it exists. It is our emotional center. And for me, being a water sign, I'm a Cancer sun, Cancer moon, and Leo ascending sign. And so being from a water sign, it is almost impossible for me not to feel things, right? And so when I block that out, it immediately gives me an imbalance. And Mama Aya was trying to get me back to that center, what would be my place of balance, right? And the moment she allowed me to feel, I was able to feel everything. I cried, I laughed hysterically, I went through a myriad of emotions in a matter of a few seconds, right? And it was like she gave me all these flashes throughout my lifetime where I saw people pass away and I never shed a tear. I went to people's weddings and I never congratulated them. I never let myself feel the bliss of their love. I attended different kinds of events that required some type of emotion and I didn't render any, right? So she helped me go back and see all of this evidence that my sacral chakra was completely off, y'all. And so from then on, now that I'm fast forward, I'm back in life and I'm back into everything and I'm back into the flow. I flow easily with life now. Things aren't perfect, but I handle them. I master emotions very, very well. And I'm able to feel a thing and then release that thing and get myself back into the flow of life. And that is a sign of a well-maintained, a very harmonious sacral chakra. I even allow myself to feel the bliss of sexual encounters, be able to be open with my partner. Now, when we're talking about sacral chakra imbalances, a lot of them manifest as sexual encounters, people that are not able to let themselves go and allow them to feel the bliss of sexual pleasure. Now, sexual pleasure is not the only pleasure that this chakra governs, but it's one of the first signs that this chakra is off or that the harmony of this chakra is not as it should be, right? Or it's not at the level of harmony that it could be at. So that's one of the ways to determine that. And then ongoing reproductive issues, ongoing hormonal issues may also be a sign, especially if you tried several things, that this chakra needs a little bit more TLC, okay? So now that we understand the imbalances, let's talk a little bit about how we can actually fix that. So the first thing we want to look at when we're looking at fixing the sacral chakra is to immerse ourselves in creative pursuits. I'm talking music, arts, painting, dancing, drumming, all of these types of things. And if you can do this in a space of community, do it. But if you also want to sit at home and learn how to play the guitar online, do that too, right? And so do whatever feels good to you. Immerse yourself in the art, in the space of creative pursuits. This in and of itself will be one of the biggest things that gets this chakra back to a space of harmony where it belongs. Another thing that we can do is put ourselves kind of in a space where we can feel. Now, before we do that, though, I do want to make sure that we are covering ourselves so that we're not getting attached to different things that can potentially be toxic for us. And so one of the things we also need to practice when we're healing our chakras or we're on this chakra balance journey is crystal therapy. And we talked about this in the root chakra video as well. You'll hear me mention this in all of the chakra videos because crystals just reconnect us to the earth, but they hold so much energy that they are able to help heal our imbalances in our chakra centers as well. So I want you to take some time, and we're talking about crystals that have to do with bright orange, things like or red orange, like carnelian, right? Like orange citron, things like that. We're talking about those types of crystals. You can either wear them on your neck, you can wear them on your wrist, on your body somewhere. Some people like to use yoni eggs if they're female to hold this energy within them while they sleep or while they're going about their day. We want to make sure that we're using these things. Another thing that we could also do is increase our use of our Kegel muscles, strengthening our reproductive system in any way that we can. And yoni eggs or crystals or things like that can also be beneficial and help with this as well. Now, one of the things that we also want to look at when we're looking at the sacral chakra, besides creativity and besides crystal therapy, is journaling and eating and earthing, right? So journaling, we know we can write about the different things that have caused our chakra to be blocked. In the case of me being able to experience ayahuasca and getting the answers that I needed, not everyone is able to experience that. And so what might be beneficial is us taking the time to actually write about the experiences that we've had in our lives that will then help us see, right, where the blockage may be coming from or where the disharmony started, right? And so journaling helps us get those things out. There might be sexual trauma experiences that people have had that make their chakras inharmonious, right? There may be different kinds of abuse that people have endured that make their chakras become out of balance. But it can get back to a space of harmony, even though healing is a journey, right? And so crystal therapy helps, writing or journaling helps, in addition to eating and earthing. So eating, you want to make sure that you are locked into things that are bright orange, your tangerines, your grapefruits, your navel oranges, your orange bell peppers, your kumquats, your carrots. There's so many bright orange colored foods that we can eat, okay? And you want to make sure that you are bringing those things into your diet if the sacral chakra is a part of where your healing needs to happen, okay? And then earthing. We want to look at putting our feet on the ground, reconnecting with Mother Nature, reconnecting with the earth itself, because this particular chakra, it's also close to our root chakra, and they do a lot of work together. And usually when one is off, the other starts to kind of get off too. For example, if you think about a person who at their root chakra, they're extremely fearful, right? They're scared to go out with different people. They're scared to make new friends and new circles. They're scared to do all of these things. And then also they start to become less creative. They are not open to being more creative or more new experience. This is now a sacral imbalance, right? So you can start to see where one chakra has an influence over another one. And so we want to make sure that when we are on this journey to heal one of our chakras, that we start to notice the evidence if there's other imbalances in chakras that are completely different. So even though the root chakra governs security, safety, feeling grounded, and the sacral chakra has to do with our creativity, our emotional balance, things like that, we want to make sure that we understand how these two harmonize together to keep us balanced out, right? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you got something out of it. If you haven't yet, please hit the thumbs up, hit me in the comments, and let me know if you want to see any of the other information that has to do with this particular chakra, or if you want information on CBB, remember it's pinned here in the comments. And I just want to say that it's always a pleasure sharing time and space with every single one of you. Anytime that I get to share my voice, my light, my gift with you, I never take it lightly. So if you could share a little bit of yourself with me by hitting a thumbs up, subscribing, or putting a comment, it lets YouTube know that you love content like this, and it lets me know that I'm on the right track, y'all. Love and light, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.